Washington has been under authoritarian rule for over a month. Under the haze of misinformation, we're seeing the damning effects of empty words and poor leadership. Studies are showing the coronavirus has infected far more than what is being reported, and people's antibodies have built resistance. The death rate is far lower than Inslee has told us. Studies are showing the survival rate may be better than 99%. Yet we had our right to work and ability to provide for our families removed by this current governor. He cites science and has failed to provide any tangible evidence for over 4 weeks. Rather, he rules with arbitrary decisions and threatens that we will kill our grandparents if we don't obey his commandments. Inslee says we should write our kids out of our wills if they're outside. Reckless, harsh leadership is not true leadership. Inslee would have us never question the whims of his leadership, and if we do, he harshly threatens that business licenses will be removed and people will be fined or arrested. Inslee has had a panic response because he left us exposed and dismally underfunded public health for 7 years. He has actively deceived through misdirection and bully tactics. We're seeing weak leaders proclaim edicts guided by the haze of misinformation. Real science shows we have been infected to greater numbers than ever expected and have proven a high survival rate. We need herd immunity, and if we continue to lock down, it could exacerbate damage the next flu season. Inslee has been feeding on people's uncertainty and fear rather than provide accurate medical information. If he cared about science, he would pay attention to the greatest lesson from the 1918 Spanish flu. We need to be outside, exposed to clean air and sun. That's why it's time for us to open our tax-paid-for parks and trails. He's abusing his power, using big government tools, violating privacy by tracking your movements, using your phones and traffic cameras. Now is the time to safely get back to work, build immunity, and rebuild our economy. Now is the time to let law, rather than authoritarian tactics, guide our path forward. Individuals are responsible for our safety. Our Constitution entrusts us with expansive freedoms. We're free to exercise our rights to worship, work, and play. We're also free to stay home and practice physical distancing. I would appreciate your support as I move forward on our campaign. Please go to freedforgovernor.com. We're going to hold Inslee liable with our vote in November for the misinformed damage he was done. I'd appreciate your vote.